So here's the thing. I've come to the conclusion that balancing Falcon and Young Link might be too hard. So I might just go back to Chrom, honestly, as a secondary. Besides, the only reason I stopped playing Chrom back earlier anyway was because that was right after the patch, and I just wanted to see how far I could get without any secondaries. Why don't I just solo Falcon? Because realistically, he's just not good enough to be soloed and be solo viable. He just isn't. Very few characters are, and Falcon certainly isn't. Like, the only reason I stopped playing Chrom was just because of the patch, and why not go back to doing what worked before? He might be a rip, but to be honest, I still might play him. I don't know. It's so hard to say. Chrom good. This is the first time I played him in quite a while, but he feels great.
Anything can change.
I'm not against having a few secondaries in principle, but I think for me in particular, it'd be better to just have like one. No, I think Chrom and Pika is even. Roger, roger. Although there is a chance I'm going to be going to less locals in general moving forward. I'm thinking about focusing more on my stream and YouTube's relatively soon, and just focusing more on other parts of my life. Recently I've just wished I was doing more with my life that had nothing to do with Smash. Because I have so many interests and so many things I want to do that have nothing to do with it. But through the process of being as busy as I am on Twitch and YouTube, and also going to all the locals I possibly can, I've had to sacrifice a lot of those other things to an extent. And right now I'm thinking, well, I kind of thinking about maybe not anymore. But as compensation for not going to locals, or going to less of them rather, I'm thinking about streaming slightly more. Like, you know how right now I usually go to like 2 or 3 locals a week? I might do like one a week going forward, but in exchange I'll be streaming about 6 hours a day instead of 5. And then doing other stuff more as well. But regarding tips for a money match, I would just do what you can to get that bread. Normally I'm firmly an advocate for playing to learn over playing to win. But if you've got some direct money on the line, why not play to win, you know? Find those cheesy strategies that'll only work once. Find whatever that's only going to work once. Make sure you have ways to abuse it. And get that W. Afterwards, you can go back to playing to learn. Wow, you're a weenie. Got him. Squirtle is better than Mario? I don't quite agree with that one, but still. We might get more Falcon buffs, Almighty Loaf. I think she needs, or he needs a little bit more, and he'd be fine. But he definitely needs a little bit of help right now if he's to be the best he can. The tournament was fine, but it made me realize that the Falcon Pokemon trainer is absolute butt cheeks. And I need to not play Falcon in that matchup anymore. Unless they 1, nerf Pokemon trainer, or 2, buff Falcon. But like, in this current state of affairs, it's just not worth doing that. But yeah, if I had to main someone but that wasn't Falcon, I just wouldn't play this game. I am only ever going to main Falcon. No Yusuf or Jeb. It didn't actually end up happening, but I think I'm just gonna go back to Chrom for the time being. I might change my mind, but the only reason I even stopped playing Chrome in the first place was literally just because they buffed Falcon, and I wanted to see how far I could push him with the new buffs. And I used Chrome in tournaments before, and it went really well against Falcon's weaker matchups, so I should just go back to doing that. Squirtle and Ivysaur are just really rough for Falcon, broski. That's really all it is. Almighty Loaf, I'm actually going to be making a new Falcon guide and putting it out relatively soon for the character. I'm probably gonna make that this week actually, so hope you guys look forward to that. It's a little something that's coming soon on the horizon. Oh, right now we're listening to the album 4 Lot by Volley. I don't want stupid things for Falcon, I just want him to be to actually properly function. A fast character actually being fast is, you know, a reasonable thing to want. I have no idea where I'm going to be on the PGR. I just hope I am on it. I think there's a very real chance that I might not be. Because I've heard that the number system that they're using for the first PGR is highly experimental, and I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna come out funky, but whatever. I also started the first few months of this game really badly, so that might hold me back like a lot. But yeah, I do plan to go to more bigger tournaments and less locals, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Presidency, I certainly put in a lot of work in doubles, but it's also really hard to find consistent partners. Sometimes I wonder how much better my doubles results would be if I had like a consistent doubles partner. Oh well, whatever. One day I won't have an issue with it anymore. One day. Thief Master X, the reason his initial dash is so bad is he has the second fastest run speed in the game, but his initial dash is literally as good as Link's. Why? And his turnaround animation is significantly worse than Link's. Link, a character whose total run speed is not even half of Falcon's, literally has objectively better movement. Why? The only time Falcon's run speed is really important is running across the stage. I think optimized Falcon might be at the bottom of high tier, but he's certainly not there right now. I'm less optimistic about where he is now than I used to be, but I still think he has a good bit more potential than people realize. But he certainly needs a secondary, so, you know. No! No, Jogi Bear, there is such a thing as an extremely difficult to play top tier, for instance. But Falcon's an extremely hard character who's also just not amazing by any means. That's what happens, by the way, if I read that they're not going to try and get out of that option. Dark Mask, to be honest, pretty much, basically all of them. But I'm really only thinking of using it for matchups that Falcon loses. Such as Pokemon Trainer, Inkling, the Rats, Game & Watch, Pokemon Trainer, Mario, maybe Luigi. Characters like that. Penaz, if he doesn't help me versus the Rats, then what's the point? That's kind of a big selling point for any potential secondary, is that they do well against them. Picking up a secondary just for the sake of picking up a secondary is just not worth it on a professional level.